Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, headquarters for Wisdom in Golf. And in this week's video, we are doing our first series of our video analysis winner. Hi Chad, how you doing? I just saw your video. It looks fantastic actually. The swing looks really good. You're going to see that your perpetual motion is fantastic. You got some beautiful freedom in the arms. And there's just a couple of key things that we need to look at. And the first thing I want to get your attention to is on your posture. So you'll notice that, and this is very typical, I see this every day at my golf academy, because the ball is static, it's inviting you to become static with it. Now, if I was in a coffee shop waiting for my coffee, this is how I would stand. Everything would stack up. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. I would not wait for my coffee like this. It'd look a little strange. But if I wait too long in this position, it feels like my body's going to get bogged down and gets really stiff and it's hard to move. So I'm going to take all the strain and struggle off my muscles. I'm going to do this. Now you'll notice that your posture at address is very tall and you're very susceptible to a loss of balance, and you're also in the need of lifting the arms a little bit in this case because the gravity's not quite going to track it efficiently enough around that sternal notch. So the first thing we need to do is get you into that sandbag tossing posture. So if I had a sandbag in my hands, I want to heave it in the back of a truck, this is not where I'm going to do it from. This is where I'm going to do it from. So I engage the glutes, the quads, and I feel how my legs are going to be able to help me heave that sandbag into the back of the truck. So I want to build the posture first. Get down here. In your case, it's going to feel like you're like this. Okay? It won't look that way at all. There's your posture. I feel like I can toss that sandbag. I feel like my arms and club can swing freely in front of me around that sternal notch. And now if you perform that perpetual motion drill, let it cut, you're going to feel the swing start to flatten out a little bit, okay? So a good way that you can do that is use an uphill lie, get into that posture, a ball above the feet lie that is, and really feel that you're letting gravity track everything around that sternal notch, and then bring it to a flat lie and do the same thing, let it cut in both directions, and you'll feel how that swing it'll feel just a little lower than what you have right now. So now we have that posture, then you can bring it into the ball. Now, also understand when you get to the driver that if you look at the video entitled Swing Plane Update, if I had my driver in my hands, it did the same thing. So I get my posture. So this feels like I can't move my legs. This feels like I'm going to be a little too static. This feels like I can use the legs and be very buoyant in the legs. Now I'm just going to let the club track its arc. There we go. That's where I need to be. So you'll feel that with the driver, the hands are going to be a little further from the body, and with the wedge, you're going to be a lot closer to the body. But number one, posture, that's where it's got to be at, and that'll really significantly help your ability to deliver with more authority to the target and less effort, okay? So that's number one. Number two, to help with that target, you notice you were hitting a few low shots over the course of the video and sometimes blocking them out. That relates to your tilt. So you'll notice as you're performing the task that your head is kind of tilted forward. So if I was skipping a stone on water, well, I'd have a hard time getting to the pond from over here. I'd tend to stay at the beach. So from here, now I feel like I have much more access in that direction. So as far as the irons are concerned, if you go to my tilt acid test, and you'll see head position and lag, there's 2 videos for you. I added tilt acid test to that head position and lag because a lot of people tended to overdo the 20-20. So 20, yes, you have that, but you don't have this. So feel like you got a little water in your left ear, and you're holding the water inside the ear back and through. And you'll feel now the release will start to kick a little more deeply out toward the target. And that's going to be especially beneficial with the driver, okay? So because you want to feel like you're catching it on that upswing. So One of the things I want everybody to observe from your swing, however, is how low effort and low strain it is. So I really applaud you for that. That's going to go a long way into keeping you in play, and you know, you're going to have many decades of amazing golf in front of you because of that. So when we get this into place and allow you to release deeply to the target, we'll add some yardage to your shots in a very effortless way. So tilt acid test. So if I'm doing the draw again, so I find the center of my stance, and you were doing just fine with that. And one little last observation as far as your setup is the width of your stance was a hair narrow for you, okay? You're a pretty tall guy, so I would widen the stance a little bit more and keep those feet toed open, because the way your hip plugs into your pelvis, look at mine here, if I let my foot hang, it hangs nice and open. That's how I want to have my feet, so it opens me up for some nice rotation. So the video I want you to look at after you get that tilt acid test in is lower body in the backswing. So once you have this head position, you're going to feel that your butt is going to swivel more toward the target in the backswing. And the way that you know if you're doing this correctly or not is the hunter with the high-powered rifle. So if I had a high-powered rifle in my hands and I wanted to fire it in that direction, I'm going to do it from right here. I'm not going to do it from back here. I'm going to get, you know, kicked back onto my butt here. And I'm not going to do it from over here either, because I'm still going to have a tendency to get thrown back by that recoil. Here I feel like I can hold myself against my target. Well, it's the same thing. There's a lot of compression down there. There's 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of pressure per square inch on that club face in that 0.04 milliseconds of impact. We'll let the engineers take care of that one. And so I don't want any leakage of that compression to the sides. I want all of it to go to the target. So this allows me to go to the target. If I overdo it, I feel like I'm going to hit the ground before the ball. If I underdo it, it feels like I'm going to stick it in the ground. So if I'm playing draw, club center, ball back, get behind. Does it feel like I got my hunter? So I feel strong from my right into my left. Got it. Takeaway. See how the butt is swiveling toward the target? It feels like my head can stay in that same position and the water stays in my left ear. Still have it. So I still have that sensation of strong from right into the left. Strong from right into the left. Nice release. And then now that release is going to pull me up into that finish. So, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So I really feel strong. Now with your newfound posture, you're going to be able to feel that nice strength to hold yourself against that target. And because you have that tilt, you'll feel much deeper releases in that direction, much better height on the ball, more penetration in the shots, because with this tilt comes better lag, and with lag comes a better angle of attack, believe it or not, right? Because if I'm tilted this way, I have to release a little too soon. That's when I'm adding loft on the club, and the club is actually going, the ball is going to go higher into the air, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. So the first priority is posture, distance to ball with each club, right? So if it's too close, you feel like your arms can't swing freely. If it's too far, you're going to lose your balance. Suction cups, some nice solid suction through those arches. Feel where that club needs to be to swing freely from the shoulder sockets. There it is. So from there, you bring that to a ball. Done. So a little wider in the stance. Nice brace against the forward side, because now that you're wider, you can acquire this a lot better. If you're too wide, it'll feel like that's going to drag behind you. So too wide is not good, but I would go a little wider than what you have. And now that you have this sensation that you can carry much more to the target, you'll be anchoring your shots a lot better. You'll get a better release, so you're not going to block those drives to the right as much, because you got a better anchor to that release. And because you're going a little deeper to the target, you'll probably need to strengthen your grip a little, okay? You'll notice that, hey, yes, I did feel a release out there, and hey, it's going a little high and right, okay? You do that 2-3 times in a row, close the face a little bit more, strengthen the grip a little bit more, feel that same release out there, and you'll notice, hey, I just picked up a few yards and the ball's still going, it's going nice and straight. And you're getting better divots and better compression out of the golf shots, okay? So Enjoy that. I look forward to your feedback. Let's see how you come along with your practice. And in about a month's time, send me another video and let's see how you're progressing, okay? Talk to you soon. So I hope you enjoyed Chad's swing analysis. For a chance to win your very own swing analysis, go ahead and share this on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter for your chance to win. And Chad, you did an amazing job. You set everything up properly. So for those of you in the future who do win, this is how you do it. Way to go.